Hello. Thank you for joining me. My name is Chantal, or Inner Shanti, and for a really long time I have been hiding away in a sort of cave in my comfort zone, in a net of safety, and right now I'm being called out of it. Not too intensely, but little by little. I'm being called out of my comfort zone. This right here, right now, is a step in that direction of getting out of my comfort zone, because this is the first video I'm going to put on YouTube, or that I have after the fact. And I'm doing this because I feel I have important things to say. I have been holding them back, keeping them inside for too long, and that's fine, but I'm not meant to keep doing that for the rest of my life. We each have our own gifts, and this is one of mine. And I wanted to say that we all are definitely in a very turbulent time. Very, very chaotic. There's a lot of uncertainty, things that are uncontrollable, things that can very easily trigger our fear responses, or our angry responses, our childish responses, etc. And this is all happening right now. It's perfectly fine that this is happening now, but it's showing me that as above, so below. As all of this is happening, all of this chaos outside that we hear about on different media streams, it is actually all a collection of our collective and individual shadows. Yes, that's right. My shadows are being projected out to me, and so is everyone else's. And this is kind of being like blown in our faces, but it's doing this for good reason. There are many reasons, a lot of reasons I don't know why, I never will know, but one reason that I have connected with is to magnify what's happening within us. For instance, I have been keeping myself locked away, kind of by myself. I don't talk to many people. I just, whenever I get a chance of silence, I just take it all in. But I'm definitely being called to balance that with more interaction. There's a lot of fear that's coming up with that. But alongside the fears that are being brought up for us to see, myself included, we have so many tools and abilities, methods, and processes that we can each work with, and that we know about, each of us a little bit differently. And we can use these to help us cut our ties with these shadows. We are going through a really big transition, as everyone knows, but in order for us to make that leap from where we are to where we want to be, we can't take all this crap with us. No. If I expect myself to live a good life, I can't hide. That the two just don't go hand in hand. What do you need to hide for? And that's my journey. And a lot of people have been noticing that, like, the stuff that they get triggered by, it's because it's an aspect of them that they are working with, that they may not be finished with yet, or that they haven't seen until now. And I think that's really good. There's many, many of us who are waking up to the fact that we, in fact, create our reality. That's a big slogan, catchphrase these days, I know, but we do. There's said to be a split of worlds right now, one being the 5D and one being the 3D. The 5D being really happy and harmonious, the 3D being tumultuous and uncertain. And with this bifurcation, this split of the planets that is said to happen, there are many people who are on the 5D world already, and there are others who are in the 3D world. How do you know? It's simply by how you feel. If you are constantly, not all the time, but you have a good constant rhythm of being in a calm, positive state, you're probably in the 5D. If you have experiences where people are nice to you and you're obviously nice to them, you don't have any troubles on your day-to-day lives, then you're probably in the 5D. If you, however, struggle every step of the way, or you're always running into conflict with people or whatever, you're probably on the 3D. All of us are not expected to always be in that happy, high vibe place all the time. None of us are. But there are days where we are going to feel a little more crappy than on other days. And I think it's important to know that you don't have to go from being depressed to happy all in one go. You can go from depressed to in despair, to maybe in grief or deep sadness, to a lighter sadness, to a melancholy, or to apathy. You can go up the steps of the emotions one by one. And it doesn't have to be that you do all the steps at once. You can do little by little. And that really helps me if I ever get down and out, or I feel down and out. I'd always remember that it's okay to have that feeling, but there's no need to stay there. So when ready, what is the next feeling that you can go towards that is not at this side of the pendulum swing? As I keep working on myself, I notice my reality mirrors back to me that I am safe, I am protected, and I am able to move around in the world more freely. I strive for this because being given this freedom, it also helps me to know that I'm contributing to the greater whole and its collective mental health, if you will. And if in the part of the world that I am currently in, I'm not facing any calamities, maybe that's also another sign. I don't know. Some would say yes, some would say no. I understand. But that's an idea I'm working with. If we have thoughts of being stuck in situations, etc., we have no control over, or that are darker, All that we have to do is tend to ourselves, be with ourselves in that time, and then those will be able to shift, I guarantee. And if more and more of us have the awareness of, if something outside of me is reflecting to me my internal state, doesn't that kind of have connections with creating your reality? If enough of us were aware of enough of our shadows and are able to accept our shadows and integrate them into a whole everyday experience, then I'm not sure if there would be all these wars, or if we would have so much abrasive contact with natural disasters. We might be able to foresee some of these because we're not spending our mental energy on these confrontational energies. We're able to use our mental energies to maybe pick up on other signals, other ideas, other wavelengths that maybe the earth is sending out, maybe something celestial is sending out, and we could have a different experience. I do think it's possible. And I'm gonna end this here because obviously I'm gonna continue to dialogue about this, what's going on within and without, but it feels like a complete message for now. Just something to get the ball rolling, maybe. So, I appreciate you spending time with me, and I will see you later.